Imagine a world that has ended not once, not twice, but 4 different times. A history of universal destruction and total reset. This is not a modern apocalyptic novel. This is the foundation of Aztec cosmology, the epic legend of the 5 suns. It is the story of how the gods created, destroyed, and rebuilt the universe again and again until our current world, the 5th sun, was finally born. The Aztecs believed that time moved in vast cosmic cycles. 4 previous ages, 4 suns came before ours. Each was governed by a different god, defined by a ruling element, and each ended in total catastrophe. The very first world was called 4 Jaguar. The great god Tezcatlipoca ruled as the sun. But he was only a half-sun, so it only produced a half-light. The people of this era were giants. But eventually, the powerful feathered serpent, Quetzalcoatl, grew angry. He knocked Tezcatlipoca from the sky, and in his rage, Tezcatlipoca turned into a giant jaguar. These sky beasts descended to earth and devoured the giants, ending the first age after 676 years. The second sun was known as 4 Wind. Quetzalcoatl took over as the new sun. But this world was fated for ruin as well. The second sun ended in catastrophic hurricanes and floods. The few humans who survived were forced to cling to the tops of trees. The gods transformed them into monkeys. The third sun, 4 Rain, was governed by the rain god Tlaloc. He created people who ate only a wild seed called ***, but this era ended violently in a rain of fire. Great volcanoes erupted and consumed the world. The surviving people were turned into birds to escape the flames. The fourth sun was 4 Water. This world was ruled by Chalcu-Like, the goddess of water and sister of Tlaloc. It was in this time that people finally ate maize or corn. But the fourth cycle ended in a tremendous flood. All the people were transformed into fish, and the waters covered the entire earth for 52 years. After 4 worlds had been destroyed, the gods gathered in the darkness of Teotihuacan. They knew that a new final sun needed to be born, but only through immense sacrifice. The gods built a great fire. One god had to leap into the flames to become the new sun. Tecusitacatl, a wealthy and arrogant god, volunteered first. But when he saw the fire, he hesitated. A humble, poor and sickly god named Nanawatson was next. Without fear, Nanawatson bravely jumped into the blazing pit. His sacrifice became the source of the sun's power. Ashamed, Tecusitecatl followed him. From the east, 2 new celestial bodies arose, the sun and the moon. But the gods realized 2 suns would overwhelm the world. They threw a rabbit at Tecusitecatl, dimming his light and turning him into the moon. This is why if you look up, you can still see the shape of a rabbit on the moon's surface today. Yet, even with this sacrifice, the sun did not move. It was only after the god of the wind, Ehecatl, blew fiercely that the new sun was finally set into motion. This brings us to the present world, the 5th sun, known as 4 Movement. It is ruled by the sun god, Tonatiuh, and it is the world we inhabit now. The Aztecs believed this current sun would eventually end, not by water or wind or fire, but by massive earthquakes and movement, where the people will be consumed by monsters rising from the sky. This belief in necessary cosmic violence and cyclical destruction is the core of the Aztec world view. The gods sacrificed themselves to start our world. Therefore, the people were required to nourish the sun through offerings and blood sacrifices. Their duty was to keep the sun alive. Failure to feed Tonatiuh, they believed, would cause the 5th sun to stop moving, plunge the world into darkness, and finally bring the ultimate end. If you are intrigued by the darker, cyclical nature of ancient mythologies, move your hand a short distance and commit to joining the World Lore Keeper.